So next one is integration testing. So integration testing means you will join 2 or 3 modules in one environment. You will deploy all the code. For example, you have login. Okay, login is one module, right? So you tested it. So there is a registration, another module. Okay, or sign up, you can say registration. So then there is one more module called browse the pages. Maybe search, right? You can say search. So browsing, okay? Browsing. And there is one more module. So payment or add to cart, okay, right? Whatever it is, I'm just giving a payment. Just taking one e-commerce website's example. And there is one more module, you can say add to cart. Okay. So these are the different modules. So testing the individual modules means this is a module testing or a component testing. If you're testing only login code, no other modules are there in the testing environment. This is the module testing or component testing. And this is the registration module you are testing. So only one person testing this one. This is the tester 1 testing, and this is the tester 2 it is testing. And this is the tester 3 is testing. Tester 4 or again tester 1 is testing this, okay? Or these two are testing one person or whatever it is based on number of testers, it will be. So individual person, individual modules will be tested separately. Now these are tested thoroughly and reported the defects, and you signed off on the individual modules. Now code is ready for the deployment in the, this is all in the testing environments you are performing. Okay, so testing environment. Okay, this is the testing environment. So you are doing. Now, so these are all individual modules, right? Now you need to perform the integration. Integration means what? Combining all the individual modules code into one environment. That's a system testing or integration environment will be the staging environment. Suppose another staging environment, they will deploy all this modules code. So staging environment, okay? So staging environment. So now what is the meaning of staging environment or an integration environment? There is no integration, but staging environment will be there. All these individual components will be combined together as a single unit, and that entire code will be deployed into this. The combined code. So deploy into the staging environment. So all this code, and this code, and this code, and all this code will be combined into this environment. The combined code will be there. Then what they will test in this staging environment, a combined code. So that's the integration, integrating. So that means combining the individual modules into a single unit. Combining the individual modules into a single unit, and they will check the communication between each module is happening properly or not, verified in this integration testing. The communication means, for example, you registered an account. Then you need to log in, right? Login means the communication is happening or not here. So this username password is coming here. That's the communication. Then so once you log in and you are searching, so you want to add the product to cart. So this is the integration. See, the selected product here will reach here. That's the flowing data from one module to other module is called integration testing. The data flow between different modules or the communication between different modules are happening properly or not is verified in this integration testing. So what is integration testing means? Combining the individual modules into a single unit and checking for the data transfer or a communication between the modules happening or not. We're going to verify in this staging environment, which is integration testing you will perform. So that's the integration testing means. Any questions here on the integration?
The system integration and integration testing both are same. Okay?
Sorry, which one?
System integration testing and integration testing.
System integration testing and integration testing both are not same. I will give you.
SIT integration, SIT testing means is that system integration.
Integration means data. For example, you selected one product, iPhone 3 here. That is landing here or not, that's only you will check. That's our integration. So these modules are integrated properly or not, you are checking. That means if it is not integrated properly, your selected product won't come here. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
And you registered, but these two are not talking each other, then you cannot log in, right?
Yes, sir.
That means integration is not happened between these two modules. That's the integration testing. Integration is the data flowing properly or not. That's what you will
usually
check.
they will perform this integration testing on staging environment.
Staging environment you can do, yeah. Staging environment you will do. Even you can perform, system testing also here itself. So what is system testing? I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So are you clear on the integration testing?
Yes, sir.
So whichever data you selected, that should be reflected in wherever the place is there, that place it should be available. Like a product selecting. In summary page also, your product should show there. Our payment page also, the product cost should be shown there. That's the integration. Whatever the data shown here in the browsing page, same product will appear here, same price will show here. Everything should be same. That's the integration. But what is system testing? System testing is nothing but testing the whole function, whole application against the requirements. So you have written the test cases, right? Already. All the test cases, one more time you will execute here. Sir, I tested here individually. Okay, you are testing here. Again, all positive, negative user interface test cases you will execute on this staging environment. User interface testing means what you will do? Look and feel. Spelling mistakes. Alignment is proper or not. Tab is working or not. And consistency is followed or not. That's what you will do as part of user interface testing or UI testing. Then positive testing. What is meant by positive testing? When you give a valid data.
Positive scenarios.
Valid data, valid flow, valid functional flow. That is called positive testing or happy path testing, we call that. When you input the valid data and a valid functional flow, that is called positive testing or happy path testing, we call that. So what is the other one? Negative testing. So negative testing means when you enter invalid data, then how system behaves, you will see that. The system is throwing a appropriate error message or not, you have to check. Or it is behaving weird or not, you have to check. Is it a strange behavior, you have to check. Expected behavior or not, you have to check in the negative testing also. Always remember when you are writing a test cases, positive, negative test case, mandatorily you have to write. So just think in a layman perspective, okay, so he doesn't know anything. How you will use the application, you think, and write the test cases. Your test cases are important here. Preparing the test cases is very, very crucial. Okay. So that's the system testing. System testing mainly focus on the each requirement is fulfilled, all positive, negative UI flows are working or not, you will check in the this on this staging environment. Then you will provide a sign off also here. And you will do few more test cases, few more testings. That is a end-to-end testing. End-to-end testing means it's a similar to system testing, but it will check all the components of the application architecture. What are the different components of the application architecture? What are different components of application architecture? What are different components of application architecture?
Login, registration, browsing, payment, data.
That's not application architecture. I think you have to refer the previous videos. Application architecture means front end,
Front end, back end, which database they are using.
and database layer. I told you already. Front end means all the UI that is visible to you. And middle layer. So what are the different modules are there? Middle layer. So the back end we call that. And also database layer. So these are the application architecture. So in the integration testing, end-to-end testing or system integration testing means when you send a request, whether it is hitting all the components, all the network layers or not, you will check in this end-to-end testing. Suppose you are booking a product or you want to buy a product in the Amazon. So in the Amazon, see, when you order a product in the Amazon, it covers the end-to-end flow. You will cover, right, everything. You will log in, then you will search, you will add to the cart, then you will do the payment, then finally summary, then order will be created. All this will be, every module will be covered in this end-to-end flow. Sir, what are the end-to-end flow? All the modules, you tell me. Okay. So first, when you are logging, your credentials will store in the database, right? It will pull from the database. So that is coming from you. That means you are interacting with the database component. And the credentials will come, you will log in. Then you will search the product. The products will store in the product table in the database. Again, the request is going to the database and bringing all the search results. That will display on the browser. That's a front end. After that, you will add to the cart. So maybe you want to buy 2 products. That's the middle layer will involve here. The business logic will execute here. Maybe if the price will be $10 and you are buying 2 products. So the calculation will happen that calculation code will execute. That's the middle layer logic will execute, business logic will execute there. So that means middle layer, you're interacting there. Then you are doing a payment and you are sending the API request to your bank. This is another component, it is ET. Through REST APIs, it will go and talk to the bank, and then once your payment is successful there, and it will return to you, payment is successful and your booking is finalized. And you will get in one order ID. That order ID will be created in the database, order table, with the order ID number. Again, you are interacting with the database. So this is the how each and every module in the application architecture you are going to interact. That kind of end-to-end test case you have to prepare. So end-to-end test case is very less you will get. So you will start one and end till the all the flow you will go. For example, you take a Gmail, you want to send a mail. What you need to do? You need to log in and you have to click on the compose. Then you enter the to address, subject, body, then send it. This is the one end-to-end flow. Then you will log out. Or you want to check the mails. First you will log in and read the new one and log out. That's another end-to-end flow. And you want to see whether it is send mail, is showing in the sent mail folder or not. The mail you have sent, that is showing in the sent mail folder or not. That's another one end-to-end flow. Or you just draft it and you left it. You didn't send it. Then that mail in the draft folder or not. That's another end-to-end flow. So you logged in and you have to change the password. And you will go to, you logged in and then go to settings and select change password. So that complete, that's another end-to-end flow. This is the kind of end-to-end testing or system integration testing means. Is this clear? All these examples make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the end-to-end testing or so very, very important concepts. These are all. And then, so it's a similar to system testing, but it is going to interact with all the components of the application. And interacting with the network layer, database layer, middle layer, and front-end layer. So that's the end-to-end testing means. And last one, user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing means, so this user acceptance testing is done before giving it to the client, giving it to the customers. So you will do 1 or 2 rounds of, 2 iterations of testing. And this user acceptance testing is done in the pre-prod environment. So you have completed on this staging environment, right? The same code will move into another environment that is called UAT testing, UAT environment. This is also called pre-prod. Pre-prod means before production, so deployment. So this is the pre-prod environment. First, we have a development environment. So development environment, unit testing will be performed by testing the developers. Unit testing. Okay. So then this is the testing environment. This is the testing environment. Let me give you different colors so that you can remember. Environments I'll give in the different colors. Okay. So dev first. So developers will test that unit testing. Then testing environment, testers will be tested, individual components. Then staging environment. All the modules will be combined, the code will be available here. Here you will perform integration testing, system testing, end-to-end testing. Then this, once you signed off here, then code will be moved to here. So deployed in the UAT environment or pre-prod environment. Okay. So once here, who will test it? The testers will be participated. So here very senior testers or business analysts will participate, and the real user experience test cases will be executed here. So that's the user acceptance testing, not a junior level testers, very senior testers. He has a very good understanding of the system. He will participate there. Then here also two types of testings are there: alpha testing and beta testing. Alpha testing means the user acceptance testing is performed within the company before sending to the customer. That is called alpha testing. So what is alpha testing? User acceptance testing is performed within the company by business analyst or senior testers or development senior developers. So those will be participated here and tested all the customer related use cases here. So that's the UAT testing means. Once all are working fine, then this code will be, same environment will be given to customers. Same environment will be given to customers. So customers also will test, that is called beta testing. This is happens outside the company people. The customers, end users who is going to use this application, they will test it. That is called beta testing. So user acceptance testing is performed by end users or customers outside of the company. That is called beta testing. What is user acceptance testing? Before giving the application to the customers, customer is going to test and checks all the requirements are fulfilled or not. So that's a beta testing. And alpha testing is inside the company also. One more time, we are going to test it. So that's the alpha testing. So this is all the test levels: unit testing, component testing, integration testing, system testing, system integration or end-to-end testing, user acceptance testing. Once this is done or signed off by, every environment has to be signed off for, then only code will be moved to other environments. So this from here to prod environment. It will be deployed, this code, into prod environment. So all signed off, everybody signed off here. Now this code will be deployed into prod. Prod means when you deploy the code in the prod, that is available for all the public. That means this new feature is going to be used by other people, all the company people. So that's the, so that's the process, how it happens in the companies, how people will test. Okay, development, only developers will involve there. You are not going to participate in their unit testing. Only testers will involve in the testing environment. When individual components testing, then that code will be deployed here. All the modules code will be deployed here in the staging environment. Then once you will test thoroughly here, you need to provide a sign off. What is meant by sign off? What is meant by sign off?
That we are done with the complete testing, that we are good with the testing, and we are handovering it to the UAT testing.
Yeah, that's what. So everything you covered, all the requirements you tested, all the test cases you are executed, your results are there, and all the bug fixes are done, all regression testing is done. No more critical bugs, no more major bugs. then only you can provide a sign off. If there are bugs, he cannot give a sign off. You have to tell them in advance. Still, our testing is not completed. We need more time. So that much crucial. Okay. So don't give sign off blindly. Because if there is an issue comes, they will hold your neck only. Okay. That's going to be serious. So you have to be very, very careful while providing the sign. Without testing, single test case also without testing, don't give a sign off. So you can ask, so bargain, I need more time. Still we need a time. Why you are taking, they will ask time, and then you have to explain what is the reason for taking more time. So whatever the time you have given, try to finish on that time. If not, you can show the proof why it is taking more time. Maybe some environmental issues. There are many reasons, right, for the prolonged. Maybe environment is not good, or developer took more time to fix the issues, and all this there will be different reasons. You can show that. Okay, so that's how testing will perform in the company and how the code will be moved from one environment to other environments. And then finally, you have to deploy signed off and cleared code into production. Who will do the deployment? DevOps team. So not ours, not developers. DevOps team is going to do that. Okay. Is it clear? That's
Yes,
a separate
sir.
team. That's a separate team. Don't worry. So they are separate. All different teams will be there in the companies. So DevOps means development and operations team coordination will happen there. So developers will hand over the code. Once you are signed off here, the development team will hand over the code to DevOps team here. So DevOps team and DevOps team will deploy the code into production environment. This is the live environment here. So while running, they will do. So they will do that running time also. Nowadays, that is there. Otherwise, weekend they will do the deployment, not to disturb any customers. So that's the DevOps team plays a major role in the deployment. Okay. This is all the diagram. Please go through that and listen number of times. And you can, this is the process, how the testing will carried out and who are involved in each phase, how the testing is signed off, and how it will be done deployment to different environments. So